She said, Shannon, you got asthma. You're gonna have to knock him out fast because you know you can't breathe after, you know, second, third round.
This guy's shown, hey, I'm just
I said, don't worry, I'm gonna knock them all out in the first round.
a couple of left hands and a big right.
Shannon Briggs became a world champion and racked up an incredible 37 first-round knockouts.
And Bowen goes to deuce. There's a left hand. This is it.
Here's the story of how an ordinary guy from the ghetto became one of America's best boxers.
Let's go, Shannon! Used the jab beautifully there, Shannon Briggs. And a combination sends John down.
This is Boxing Game. Here we go.
Every time Bowen has stepped up, he has been.
Shannon Briggs was born in 1971 in the same neighborhood as boxing legends Mike Tyson and Riddick Bowe.
Well, it changed my life. Because I was looking at you. I was a little boy. I was looking at you. And I said, damn, I want to be like that.
From that moment on, winning a boxing title became Shannon's main goal. Soon, Briggs found a gym where he was literally allowed to live. Most importantly, he found a coach who had once coached Tyson himself. A couple of years later, he made his professional debut, knocking out his opponent in the very first round.
Welcome to the pros.
His incredible power earned him the nickname The Cannon.
There's a left hand.
And his career took off incredibly well.
Shannon Briggs comes down. He's got tremendous power.
The American racked up an insane 25 consecutive wins, 20 of which were by knockout,
Singular jabs. If he would double up with the jab.
and 15 didn't last longer than one round.
Shannon used the jab beautifully there, Shannon Briggs. And a combination sends John.
The best boxers even began to recognize Briggs.
You like that?
Cannon's career was on the rise, and it seemed as though nothing could stop the young boxer until tragedy struck.
My mother died on my birthday, December 4th, 1996.
It was his mother who helped Briggs start his boxing career.
She said, we can't afford that. You know, we got to eat this. We got money for food and a couple dollars. I said, Mom, but if I get these boxing boots, I'm going to make it in boxing.
But despite this, Briggs soon stepped into the ring to face the powerful Darroll Wilson.
First requirement, weather the first round storm.
Briggs started the fight in his usual style, as if firing at his opponent with a cannon.
Darroll Wilson has never been knocked down, but Briggs has twice connected now with that left hook.
For 2 rounds, Briggs pounded his opponent as if venting all his anger over the recent tragedy.
That's your damage.
Another left hook lands. You're going to do what you momentarily. Briggs again getting hit.
But in the 3rd round, Shannon's asthma made itself known, and his pace slowed noticeably. Apparently, this was exactly what Wilson had been waiting for, and he finally began to fight back.
Wilson starting to get himself going.
To hit him back, his head is up there, but reach out. Briggs has got to understand it.
There'll be no first round knockout tonight for Shannon Briggs.
And after a monstrous combination, the man who was used to knocking everyone out found himself on the canvas for the first time.
And that's a big target for Wilson, and he floors Shannon Briggs.
Shannon's first defeat finished off Briggs's already terrible mental state. The legendary George Foreman added fuel to the fire.
And the other guy, Shannon Briggs, was not smart enough. He went out and got himself real tired from trying to finish this guy off too quick, and it didn't pay off this time.
But Shannon Briggs had been through too much to give up just like that. Returning to the ring with renewed vigor, he confidently destroyed 4 opponents in a row.
Competition early. Watch out for that first one. And Bowen goes down. Well, it won't be 13 seconds.
Too many opportunities.
And with a 30-1 record, he earned the right to fight for the Lineal world title. However, the last obstacle standing between him and his goal was the great George Foreman.
Rubbery as a left hand goes to the side of his head, a right uppercut, a left jab, and a vicious...
Foreman had become champion at an age when others were already retiring. So despite his age, he still had tremendous power in his fists.
Minute and 8 seconds left. Oh!
and that's it!
Briggs remembered Foreman's words all too well, and so he was determined to send the 48-year-old boxer into retirement.
Stared silently at Briggs, and Briggs.
However, as soon as the fight began, Foreman demonstrated to Briggs the power of the old school.
Showed Foreman attempting only 21 punches.
It seemed that as the veteran grew older, not only did his belly grow, but so did the power of his punches.
Lennox, the relaxation.
Definitely, that's where the experience comes in.
Left there.
But Briggs wouldn't be Briggs if he gave up that easily.
Around here. If he uses the ring and stays away from the rope.
Shannon seemed to have transformed into a professional sculptor, chiseling away at that hulking mass.
Well, for his
At about a 70% clip.
heart, courage.
George, for his part, wasn't about to let the youngster's lunges go unanswered.
It's about himself. Now he's slacked and punching. See that?
Against Shannon Briggs.
And the fighters plunged into a true primal war of attrition.
I'm not surprised. Harold, this really shows you what a specific art boxing is. I mean, the athletic...
Which seemed like pure hell for an asthmatic.
Good shot by Briggs. Now, that was smart.
Left hook to the body, down low. Very
smart
good
shot. Then what's he gonna do?
That had been the case in the two preceding.
However, for the first time in his career, Shannon Briggs lasted all 12 rounds and even managed to land punches on his opponent.
I think his concern was he never raised it.
Just keep punching George like that, right there.
But the experienced Foreman went all out at the end of the fight and broke Briggs's nose.
On the edges of Shannon Briggs' nose. And he taught you well.
Because you're the one who's supposed to go out there to show yourself.
However, Shannon continued fighting anyway, as no injury could stop him at that point.
Round. Of course, if Foreman gets to go, to our eyes, it appears he's not in danger of that.
So it came down to the judges' decision, and they awarded the victory to Shannon Briggs. As a result, the Cannon became the Lineal champion and took a huge step toward his dream of winning the world title. As for Foreman, he did indeed retire after that fight.
I don't think I'll be boxing again. I don't need that anymore. I had fun tonight. There was a lot of cheers, a lot of boos, but all in all, I had a great time.
To earn the right to fight for the world championship title, he had to defeat another contender for the belt. That contender was Francois Botha.
I mean, I guess neither one of these guys. Straight right hand and down goes Stanton.
A boxer with a staggering 39-2 record. At first, Botha put up a good fight against the Cannon.
Gotta get to the body. He's leading. He's letting.
But Botha didn't act like a bot and gave Briggs an even match.
He's got the. Nice right. Briggs immediately tied him up.
Then both boxers caught fire, and the fight began to resemble a gladiatorial battle with nothing less than life and death at stake.
Talking to him like he did his last fight.
What he's able to do performance.
Oh, what a wild man! Heading for the bell, round two.
The momentum in this fight shifted back and forth more often than trends change on TikTok.
Oh, there's a smacking left hook.
That's what we're talking about. So when
So the right hand lands. That's what they're telling both.
It was the 10th round, and Shannon had apparently forgotten about his asthma and was fighting like Mike Tyson in his prime.
That eye. It could be. There's a straight right hand by Briggs. His best punch. 11 and both is down. It's a knockdown. It's another Botha night.
In the end, these two monsters were unable to finish each other off and ended in a draw.
For a draw, the decision is a majority draw.
Riding that momentum, Shannon went on to defeat several more elite fighters, not letting any of them make it past the first round.
Good left hand by Tyson, clubbing right counter by Briggs, and Minus is down.
Briggs's popularity grew with every knockout, and he even appeared in rap video clips and popular movies. He even managed to fly to Japan to test his skills in K1. There, he faced an experienced MMA fighter, Tom Erickson, nicknamed the Big Cat. When the fight began, Tom immediately showed the boxer the ins and outs of MMA. However, Briggs was no longer willing to put up with the unfamiliar rules, and within the first minute of the fight, turned the Big Cat into a tiny kitten.
shit out of me, champ.
Yeah.
I think I'm the first guy ever to scream in the history.
Upon returning home, Briggs scored a decisive victory over the ferocious James King, proving that there is only one true king here. This wave of success finally gave Shannon the chance to become champion. However, this meant he would have to defeat none other than Lennox Lewis, nicknamed the Lion.
The counter punch.
Boom! Left hook by Lewis. Galana goes down.
Lennox had defeated the entire heavyweight elite, including Mike Tyson himself.
Time he got the Buster Douglas at the end of the 8th round. And that's going to be perhaps the end of the fight.
So before the fight, everyone believed Briggs's chances were slimmer than a referee's neck. Once the fight began, Briggs showed the Lion who the real king of the beasts was.
So far not firing, now he fires away. This is the most action that anybody's mounted against Lewis since Ray Mercer in 96, and there Briggs.
That evening, Shannon was at his best, and Lewis would later call him his strongest and fastest opponent.
On the attack. And Lewis is wobbling as Briggs chases him across the ring.
However, everything changed in the 3rd round. Briggs's stamina issues reared their head at the worst possible moment.
Standing back whenever he wants to.
Hard right hand by Lewis. Briggs can't see Lewis's right hand over the top.
By the 4th round, the cannon had completely run out of powder.
Round 4 begins. Harold Letterman, how'd you score the
2-1.
Better hurry. Trying to set up and finish.
He defended himself desperately, but Lennox was simply too good.
Going to waste a whole lot of energy to his fight plan, and Briggs has taken it.
And in the 5th round, it seemed like it was all over.
By is a tick in Shannon Briggs' favor.
Yeah, but that wasn't it, Tyson. That was more than a tick.
That was a top.
However, Shannon pulled off a true miracle. He kept fighting, drawing strength from a source unlike anything seen before.
The ringside seats of Briggs supporters.
Good left hook by Briggs.
But soon, the magic ran out.
Comes back with his own left hook. And another right hand.
5. Now, when you have an opponent like Briggs,
and that will be it.
4.
Shannon Briggs will not get up from that. Well,
6.
he proves me wrong.
7.
Proves me wrong.
8.
Still got the courage to get up and go for more.
All right.
Throw big Briggs.
Briggs's body could no longer withstand what was happening, but in his heart, he still wanted to keep fighting.
You can be proud, you know. This guy's shown, hey, I'm just not. So he slipped down that time.
And that's all.
Yeah. Good enough. Good enough.
Briggs begging Cappuccino for another chance.
Shannon Briggs fell just one step short of his dream, but this battle was so epic that fans dubbed it March Badness. Losing a fight he'd been preparing for his whole life was really tough, but it seems like the term give up wasn't programmed into Briggs's code.
There's a couple double left hands and a big right hand.
The cannon turned 10 opponents in a row into blood-soaked punching bags. And he earned a shot at the WBO world title.
You know, I've been around a long time, but I'm a lot younger than people assume me to be. I'm 34. They got me like listed as 44, basically, in people's mind. But
his opponent was Belarus's best fighter, Siarhei Liakhovich, nicknamed White Wolf.
41 KOs in the first. But
however, in the ring, the White Wolf wasn't as good as Jon Snow.
Liakhovich steps back, and a couple of good left hooks to the head by Briggs, then follows it. A big right hand to the head by Briggs, looking to end it.
Briggs, hungry for titles, turned the ring into a Malovich's battle square.
Mechanical fight, not a lot of.
Couple of right hands, that's pretty obvious, and now he is.
But Sergey had no intention of staying on the defensive for the entire fight, and finally went on the offensive.
Are the answer in this fight. Now, the conventional wisdom is that we're headed into rounds.
However, Shannon Briggs had no intention of losing another title fight, so he shifted into high gear.
The heavyweight title as a challenge. It's almost as if Shannon Briggs is loading up to throw it. That hurt Liakhovich.
Yes, it did.
It seemed that the realization that he was just one step away from the title fueled Briggs's power.
You don't feel the sense of it from him.
And with just seconds left in the fight, Briggs literally forced his opponent out of the ring.
Looking to follow it up with the left. The right, down goes Liakhovich. through the ropes. There's breakthrough. He's got to survive. Can Liakhovich make it to the end?
Off the back of the head.
Oh, look out. Liakhovich down through the ropes onto the scorer's table. It's all over. Bobby Ferreira's waving it off. Ferreira is waving it off. And
Thus, Shannon secured a brilliant victory and finally fulfilled his dream.
The Cannon Briggs.
Browns, man, we back.
At the age of 35, Shannon Briggs became the world heavyweight champion.
I'm crazy, man.
He didn't stop there. Soon he set his sights on a second title. He quickly made his way through all the contenders. And he earned a shot at the WBC World Championship against none other than Vitali Klitschko.
Big right hand lands again. Johnson having trouble fighting back.
The Ukrainian was nicknamed Dr. Iron Fist and was famous for having defended his title a total of 12 times.
Auf den Beinen halten können, es fehlt nicht mehr viel, es kommt.
However, Shannon didn't care about his opponent's accolades. He was ready to take down anyone who stood in his way.
World Boxing Council's Vitali Klitschko.
Both fighters started the bout with their best punches, and it immediately became clear that neither was going to give up today.
Rechte und der Konter. Die Haken ins Ziel zu schlagen, er steht jemand.
After a grueling fight, Briggs performed quite well, but it wasn't enough for a victory. Shannon Briggs carried on and kept reaching new heights. Even after retiring, he showed he still had what it takes.
A lot of punches, Shannon, in the first part of the roll.
He even came up with his own catchphrase that the whole world knew.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
And his fiery personality entertained the public better than even Conor at his peak. Klitschko got the brunt of it.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
As Shannon never let him off the hook literally anywhere.
What you do, I do. What you eat, I eat, champ. What you eat, I eat, champ. Yeah, it's my thing. There you go, Vladimir Klitschko. Everywhere you go, I go. Yeah, make a wave, dog. What's up, baby? What's up, champ? You okay?
He also successfully built his media career, appearing on various podcasts, even with Mike Tyson.
But we survived, and that's the good news, champ. Come on, touch it.
No, all that.
Let's go, champ.
In the end, Shannon finished with a record of 60-6.
He's got tremendous punching power.
He racked up 53 knockouts, 37 of them in the first round.
Hold on, every time Bowen has stepped up, he has been crouch stance.
The fighter, who suffered from asthma and had a terrible childhood, showed the whole world that anything is possible in this life. The Cannon showed us a true miracle and made us fall in love with his boxing.
There's a couple double left hands and a big right hand.
This is Boxing Game. Thank you for watching.
Come down.